Hey YouTube, it is Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal, and just gotta apologize. It has been a while since I've uploaded a video. I tried a few times to get a video uploaded. A couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago or last week? I don't know, YouTube was giving me some problems. It was processing and then it just wasn't going through. So I canceled it and I retried to put it through. And then when I uploaded, it went live, and I noticed like half of the video was cut off, and then I was frustrated. And then I went back and looked at the video that I recorded, and for some reason, when I exported it, half of it was ruined. And at that point, I was just like, well, I don't want to record this anymore, or try to re-record this anymore. So I didn't. And then the next day, I just woke up. It's like, I'm going to record this. I'm going to get this video up. And I just didn't like it, unfortunately. It, I don't know, if for some reason, the second time I recorded it around, it felt forced. It didn't like it. So I decided not to upload it. And then I got busy with work, and yeah. Anyway, I'm back. So today I have a collection update. I am going to do Album of the Week. I know I talked about that like 2 weeks ago. I haven't uploaded it yet. That was the video that I was struggling to get up. I do want to take my time with the albums of the week and talk a little bit more than what I normally do in my collection updates, so hopefully that'll get out this week. I do have some really cool stuff that I got in this week, so I definitely want to show that off first. So let's go ahead and get started. So all tapes today. I think it's been a while since I've had just tapes. I do have a lot of new vinyl to show, so I'll probably do another vinyl only video towards the end of the week, and try to get a couple videos out this week, and try to keep a steady stream going, so we'll see. So anyway, if you're wondering about the setup changes, yes, this is a new microphone that I got. I was not, I just was tired of recording on my iPhone, so I'm recording through my computer right now. And hopefully this sounds okay. I've tested it a couple of times and it seems like it sounds okay, but yeah, I invested in a nice microphone, because eventually I want to start doing some live streams of like unboxings, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, no bands or anything like that yet. I don't think I'm to that point. But also it'll be good for when I do other live streams with friends and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, new microphone. I gotta get a stand for it right now. Right now it's just sitting on a box, so that way it's up towards my mouth. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I have is an album that I absolutely adore. Not even gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite releases to come out so far this year. And let me just drag my notes over here so I don't forget to say anything, because I always do that. I like try to talk without looking at my notes, and I do a horrible job at it. So anyway, this is on Desert Wastelands Productions. This is the new Dungeon Serpent, and of course that glare is awful. World of Sorrows. So this came out a while ago digitally, and the tapes are finally out now. I got this I think like 2 weeks ago. I've been sitting on it before I talked about it, but this is a really, really good album. So the band is from Canada. It is a one-man death metal band from what I understand. However, you would not know that by listening to this. Just letting you know that. The only other music that they had out before this was a promo, and admittedly I didn't hear that. I had no idea who this band was until Desert Wastelands announced that they were releasing this. So the album is fantastic. It's got really, really great guitar riffs in it. It's really catchy. If you're not sold by the first song, I don't know what to tell you, because this thing just absolutely slays. It is musically very, very sophisticated, and it is a very good death metal album. So it comes on this really nice gold pro printed tape. I think there might have been other colors, I don't remember, but this is the one that I chose to get. And then, so admittedly, this album cover reminds me of, oddly enough, a black metal album, Drowning the Light. I can't remember the name of the album, one of the 50 albums that he has out. The front like column right here, one of his other albums reminds me of that. So for some reason, this album reminds me of like a black metal album. I don't know why, but clearly it's not. So anyway, just a random tangent. So yeah, here's the J card, and on the other side is the lovely lyrics. So again, this is a really, really good album. I definitely think you should check this out. This is by far one of the best releases to come out this year. And I feel like it might have been a little bit slept on. Some people aren't listening to it or they haven't really heard it yet. But it is definitely worth the money. I raved about this on Instagram when I first got it because I was really excited to get the tape. I had been listening to it digitally on Bandcamp for several months before the tape came. Admittedly, there's still delays and stuff like that going on in the industry. But yeah, I'm really happy I got this. It is definitely worth the listen. So check this out. You'll probably really, really enjoy it. Next one, and I feel like it's been a while since I've shown a Maggot Stomp release that was new. I know in my last collection update, or 2 collection updates ago, I showed some 7 inches that I added to the collection, but that stuff had been out for a while. So anyway, this is a new release. Another fantastic release. Immediately I got these in the same week. So this is the new Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus is first full-length album. The only stuff that they have out before this is demos and EPs. Maggot Stomp does the classic, classic tape, shell tape. Reminds me of the old school tapes that I have in my collection. So Sarcophagus is a band out of Ohio. The Ohio death metal scene is erupting. They've got a lot of great bands out there. I first heard of this band when they did a release through Life After Death last year or the year before, I can't remember, and really loved what I heard, and I feel like this took a while to come out. So this is the first full length on Maggot Stomp. I love the album cover too. It's great. And this is really a really good album. As far as initial first full length album that a band puts out, this is about as perfect as you can get in that regard. It's got snappy snare, it's got great riffs, the vocals are incredible, and this is just a really good first release. I was really, honestly, I wouldn't say I didn't have high expectations, but I had, obviously I knew it was going to be good. I was going to enjoy it because I had listened to it before I pre-ordered it, based off of the singles and stuff like that came out. But when I finally listened to the whole entire album, I was really blown away by how good this album was. I would say in terms of Maggot Stomp releases, I know some people on here call me the Maggot Stomp fangirl. I'm not even gonna try to deny that. Yes, I pretty much am. I buy pretty much everything that they put out. I think there might be one release that I don't have by them, and that's just simply because I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet. But this is not the knuckle dragging caveman death metal. This is very well written. There's great flow to it. Like I said, there's riffs. It's not like another Sarcophagus or anything like that. They stand alone in terms of the bands on this label, and it's definitely worth the listen. It's definitely worth checking out. So if you're kind of a person that deters away from bands that are on Maggot Stomp, please don't do that with this release, because this is actually a very good release, and I think everybody will really enjoy this if they take a listen to it. So yeah, great album, and I'm so glad that I have this. And again, this is going to be in the laundry list of year-end list that if I decide to do it, which I don't know right now because there's a lot. There's a lot. So, all right, the next release that I got, another one that just seemed like it took forever to come, but digitally, this has been out for a while. It's also out on Dry Cough Records, but I got the Sewer Rot Records version. This is Sewer Fiend, which I feel like I'm probably one of the last metal YouTubers to show this right now, but mine, for whatever reason, took a while to get to me. California to Florida, it just takes a while. So this is an EP that they released this year. Like I said, Dry Cough has it, and then Sewer Rot did a version as well. I think there's still some available on Dry Cough right now, so if you're looking for that, they definitely did a second pressing of this, and I know the last I checked, they still had some of these available. Band out of the UK, really good death doom metal. It's phenomenal. This is only an EP. There's only 3 songs on here, so it has left me wishing that I could have more music from them. But in terms of first time ever hearing this band, first real release that they've pumped out, they perfected their craft. They sound amazing. So it comes on this awesome green tape, and then the artwork is pretty spectacular. I really love how Sewer Rot does their layouts of their J cards, where they have the all over artwork print ingrained into it. Pretty much just the whole entire J card is covered in art, so it just looks really good with that green lettering and the logo and stuff like that. So yeah, this is really good. And I know a lot of people really enjoy it, and it's worth it. In terms of death doom metal, I would say it's a little bit more of a sludgy, swampy sound, but very, very good. If you're not a fan of death doom, I would say honestly give this a chance, because it's not funeral doom or anything like that, but it does have, you know, the doomy elements to it. But it is a really, really good release. So like I said, it's only an EP, only 3 songs, so it doesn't require a lot of dedication, and definitely worth checking out. So, and if you find yourself liking it, listening to the digital songs, and you want a copy of this, like I said, I'm pretty sure Dry Cough Records still has a copy of this. Shipping is not too bad, at least it wasn't when I got the Slime Lord vinyl, but I could be wrong about that now. But yeah, check this out. It's really good. So that is in terms of what I want to show off of for new releases that I got into my collection. The next 2 are not new releases. These are secondhand buys that I did. Whoops. And just broke my keyboard there. And I snagged these because 1, I didn't have them, and 2, I couldn't pass them up. So if you're familiar with A Cursed Womb, I talked about them couple of episodes ago. They have a couple members of that band made like a distro. It's called Delco Death. I will link it in the description. He shot me a message one day and said, hey, I've got some really good stuff going up on the distro tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled. I think it's going to be stuff that you want. And he was right. There was quite a bit of tapes that I wanted. The one tape that I really, really wanted, unfortunately sold out as soon as it went live, which was a fetid tape. It's something I don't have in my collection. So I am still on the hunt for that. But these 2 were there, and I was actually kind of shocked about it, so I snagged them as soon as I saw them. So the first one is, surprisingly, that's what I want to say, I don't have this, at least not in its standalone form. I have it digitally and stuff like that. So anyway, Tomb Mold. I don't have this Tomb Mold in my collection. This is an EP that came out in 2018, right before Planetary Clairvoyance came out. This is called Cerulean Salvation. I probably said that way wrong. So yeah, I was shocked to see this was there, because it's definitely one of those tapes that's hard to find. If you look on Discogs, the prices are outrageous for the people that sell them. And then if there is a decent one that comes along, it sells really quick. So it has a really cool, like, space constellations, star constellations on the sticker. The other side has Perseus, I think. Yeah. So, and then the J card is, you can tell it's like a very DIY. They put this out themselves. Simple J card. So yeah, this was more of a collector's thing for me to have it into my collection. I'm a huge Tomb Mold fan. Like, I'm not even going to deny that. The hype in terms of that band is very high for me, and I am anxiously awaiting another new release, whether it be an EP or just a single or something like that. So yeah, it was really cool to get this in my collection. I'm actually really excited about this. So, and no, it's not for sale. Some people are probably going to ask that, but no. And then the next one is, this band is phenomenal. And I am surprised I haven't talked about them on here yet. Admittedly, this release came out in 2019. I wasn't making YouTube videos then yet, but I am seeing this band in November. I am so pumped about it because they are just outstanding. When this album released, it was one of my favorite albums of the year. The vinyl was incredibly hard to get. It sold out super fast, and the ones that I saw available were just ridiculous price. Admittedly, I haven't gone back to look and see if they've repressed it or anything like that, but the tape was available on the Delco Death distro, so I grabbed it because I absolutely wanted to have this in my collection. I had thought about buying the CD and stuff like that a while back, and just, I don't know why I didn't. So anyway, this is Vitriol with To Bathe from the Throat of Cowardice, yeah. So, there you go, Vitriol. It's kind of dark. I'll take it out of the case. Comes on a translucent red tape, which everybody knows I'm a sucker for those. Those are my favorite. And then there you go. That's the cover. So if you're not familiar with Vitriol, this is just onslaught, pummeling, aggressive, melt your face, destroy your ears death metal. It is fantastic. This album just blew me away the first time I ever heard it. So here's the J card. there's the band right there. We're about to get on to this guy right now. The guitarist and lead singer of this band, Kyle Rasmussen, is incredible. In terms of being a guitarist, he's incredible. He shreds like you would not believe. And to be able to see him live and do that, I'm so excited about it, because I haven't seen them live yet, but I've seen so many videos on YouTube and Instagram. I follow him on Instagram, and he follows me, which is kind of like a fangirl moment there when that happens. And I just have been following everything that he's been doing in terms of his guitar videos and like the craft guitars that he's been getting made for custom, I should say, not craft, custom guitars he's been getting made for him and stuff like that. So immediately that, being a fan of him in terms of a musician, amplified my love for this band even more. So, phenomenal album. I'm sure everybody that is watching this has heard this already, but I figured I would give a shout out on here, and I would talk about how much I love this album, and just it's so good. So if you haven't heard this yet, definitely check this out. In terms of if this tape is easy to find, if the vinyl, I don't know. I immediately I didn't look into it, but I will link it as always. And this came out on Century Media, and this is their first full length. The band is out of Portland, so they're a U.S. band. And I did not say this in the last, when I was talking about Tomb Lord, they're from Canada. I don't know if I needed to call that out. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. So, yeah, this is a really good album. It's a 3-piece. It's unbelievable the sound that they have pumping out of them as a 3-piece. Like, just, yeah, it is. It's a really good album. Like I said, it's so aggressive, but it's so good. So definitely, if you have not heard Vitriol yet, definitely check them out. They've got a lot of high praise from people that I'm close with, and just eventually I told myself I got to get this in my collection, and so I finally did. So thank you, Delco Death, for allowing that to happen. So the last thing that I have to talk about, I did say it was going to be all tapes, but I just remembered I have a CD pulled aside. Just a random grab that I did. I don't need this in the collection, but it came into my attention one day, so I just did it, and I just bought it. So this is Cattle Decapitation Human Jerky. You guys know what this is, right? Like, I don't need to talk about it. So Cattle Decapitation is top 3 favorite band of mine. Maybe top 4, if you count a couple of other bands. But anyway, I absolutely love Cattle Decapitation. And Travis Ryan, which if you know who that is, you should know who that is. He has a Depop store, which Depop had no clue what that was until I started to see people advertising it on Instagram, that they're selling stuff on their Depop store. So it's like another online, I guess, store. I don't know, people sell shit on there. T-shirts mostly that I've seen. Anyway, Travis has one. He's selling a bunch of stuff on there. T-shirts that he's owned, vinyl stuff, mostly Cattle Decapitation stuff, like merchandise, collector's items. And I saw that he had a vinyl, a tape, stuff like that of this on there. And I didn't have this on CD format, so I bought it. I have it on vinyl, I have it on tape. And the reason why I got it on CD is because, one, I wanted to throw my support towards him, and you know, buy something. And the t-shirts he had for sale, unfortunately, were not anything that I would be able to wear because I didn't have the size. So I got the CD, I shot him a message, told him how much of a huge fan I was, and I just wanted to throw support at him. I already owned it. And the cool thing that came with this, and this is going to be framed, I'm probably never even going to play this or anything, is he signed it for me. So, pretty cool moment for me. Like I said, yeah, so it says Gore, and then his initials TR. So yeah, that was pretty cool to get. I opened the mail and I was like, awesome. So yeah, I absolutely love Cattle Decapitation. I'm not a person to beg bands to sign stuff for me. Like, I don't wait for them outside of concerts. I don't bring stuff for them to sign or anything like that. I've never been a person to do that, but this was pretty cool to have just for my collections. Like I said, I'll probably frame it and just hang it up in my room, because like I said, I have this on other formats already, but I absolutely love this band. I have 2 vinyls coming that I got that were just repressed, so I'm really excited about one of them that I did not have, so I'm really excited. So that was just the final thing I wanted to show off. So that was kind of the highlight of my day when I opened this and saw that. So thank you so much, Travis. Thank you for making a cattle decapitation fan happy. I really appreciate it. And I noticed on his store, he does do a little bit of thing that's like, hey, like, if you want me to sign it. So apparently this is his thing. Like, just let me know. So awesome stuff. So that is all that I have. I have a lot of new stuff to show. Like, just stacks. So there'll be a lot of collection updates coming. Tons of new vinyl. And then I'm probably going to do... maybe another label spotlight. I don't know. I've got ideas. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do because I never do it and then it's bad. So anyway, thank you so much for the support. One thing to shout out. I do have a distro. I'm going to start linking it in my videos. There's some stuff on there. I got a first like real distro drop from a label. So check it out. Selfish, shameless promotion right now. So you can ignore it if you would like. But if you're interested in adding some brutal death metal to your collection, I've got a lot of it up there right now. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.